Hello everyone, today we have Q&A episode number 10, so let's get right into some questions. The first question coming up from Cubed: have you ever gotten recognized in public? If so, what did that feel like? This is not an experience I ever would have thought that I would have had, but I kind of did get recognized in public once. It was a fun story. I was at the University of Maryland, and it was before a football game. I was hanging out with my dad and some of his friends at the tailgate before the game in the parking lot. I was just sitting off to the side playing with my cube like maybe 30 minutes before we were about to go into the stadium, and I saw on a little table there was a group of tailgaters next to us, and there was like a little stickerless cube there. I was like, whoa, they have a cube. So my dad and I went over and we said, hey, I see you have a cube. Which one are you cubes? It was a couple and I think 2 young kids, and it was the dad that cubed. I believe his name is Rich. And I think he watches my videos because he said that he recognized me from YouTube. I had been cubing over to my side, so I think he saw me cubing. I think he said his best time was around 17 seconds, and there had actually been a slow and steady that had happened 1 or 2 weeks prior to that, and so we asked him, hey, did you go to the competition at the University of Maryland? He was like, no, I didn't think to sign up in time, but I was there and I was watching, so I thought that was super cool that I got to meet a fellow cuber. He was using a Warrior W, and it was really fun to meet him there. Next up from Aaron Weber: who do you think will get the first sub-4 3x3 single? So obviously this question was asked last month before we have the new 3.47 world record single from Yu Shengdu, and that world record just blew my mind the first time I saw it. I was scrolling through my Instagram feed and I saw like WR and I saw a picture of a 3.47 and I was like, that can't be 3x3. And it was. So honestly, like at first I was like other people, I was kind of in denial. I didn't want it to be true, but after like looking at the reconstruction for the solve, I thought it was going to be something like crazy easy, but the fact that it was actually fairly difficult to preserve both pairs the way he did, I thought it was very impressive and it's very well deserved. I guess I could answer who do I think will get the next sub-4 3x3 single. I think it's definitely going to be Felix or Max. I saw Max recently posted a 3.98 single on a stack mat, and even so, I believe Felix has only gotten like 1 or 2 solves faster than the world record right now on a stack mat at home, so I don't think the world record is going to be broken anytime soon whatsoever. I think it's going to take years for that to be broken. But I think we will see at least Max and Felix probably getting sub-4s, like high sub-4s, next year. Next up from Spicy Cuber: what is your favorite puzzle, non-WCA included? I guess I could take this question in a few ways. Maybe, what's the cube that I have that is most valuable to me, most important to me, like sentimental value-wise? Because, you know, my favorite type of cube is still a 3x3. It's always been my favorite. It's the original cube. It's what I started out with, and it's my favorite event. But in terms of specific 3x3s, the 2 that are most important to me right now are the original 1980s one that my dad had growing up, and my boron treated cube, because that never got released, so I'm really lucky to have that. But then honestly, I do really like non-WCA big cubes, so one of my favorites is the 10x10 and the Elite Kilominx. That one's so much fun. It looks crazy when it's scrambled, and I really just love that cube. Well, it's not really a cube, it's a dodecahedron, but you get the point. Powerade Cuber asked, what are your thoughts on newer cubers that buy expensive first cubes? I see 2 sides to this story. So there are new cubers who are little kids who ask their parents to buy them the most expensive cubes when they're just starting out, but then there are also adults with jobs that can afford expensive cubes. I saw a discussion on Facebook a while ago that said something like, oh, just got my PB of 20 seconds or something like that. I'm making up a number. It was probably, I got my PB of 20 seconds on the new QnA SM. Love this cube. Someone was just being unpleasant. They were like, you don't even need that cube, you know? Why do you have that cube? You know, you only average 20 seconds or something. So that kind of annoyed me, that he's being judged for what cube he chooses to use. And he replied saying, well, I'm an adult with a job and $60 isn't that much to me, you know? So in that sense, it's completely justified. I think it's awesome that you're buying Angstrom cubes. But then there's also the other side of the story where you have maybe newer cubers that might think they need the newest cube all the time. I mean, if you have the money, I don't see a problem with it at all. But I don't think it's necessary at all either. So you definitely don't need the new 356X if you're averaging 30 seconds, because it's really not going to make you any faster than if you have, I mean, even a Valk or something like that. You know, there are still a lot of viable speed cubes that you can use when you're at that speed and get the exact same times. But honestly, I really don't have a problem with newer cubers buying cubes. I don't really care what they buy, they can buy whatever they want. As long as it makes them enjoy cubing, I think that's the most important part. MCCuber48 asked, in what event do you think you are best? And do you think you will ever break a world record? Well, my best world ranking right now is 3x3 single with a 691. It's like top 500 in the world, I think. So not amazing, but my rankings have been steadily dropping for 7x7 recently. I've been practicing that so much, and I've gotten my average at home down to like in the mid 330s, low 340s. So I'm definitely trying to get into the top, 300 in the world. My ultimate goal is to have like a sub 3-minute average. I just want to be averaging in 2 minutes. So I don't think I'll hit a world record in 7x7, but I've certainly been practicing it a lot, and it's one of my favorite events right now. And then obviously 3x3 world record single is very far off for me right now, and the world record is definitely hard to achieve, but it's the event that I'm most motivated to practice right now because it's my favorite event, 3x3. But you never know, maybe in a few years I can get down to a 5-second average, maybe, probably not. ShadowCuber25 asked, what editing software do you use? If it's not free, do you recommend any free softwares? So I have a Mac, so I use Final Cut Pro, which is not free, but if you have a Mac, iMovie comes with it, and that is honestly an amazing software for being free. I mean, you have to have the Mac first, but once you have the Mac, it's free, and it comes pre-installed. I'm not quite sure what the good programs are for Windows computers. I know Windows Movie Maker is free, but I haven't heard amazing things about that. It'll definitely get the job done, but it's not the best software out there. Some people were talking about using DaVinci Resolve. I think that goes for Windows also, but I tried it, I downloaded it for a while, but I really didn't care for it because it wasn't as good as Final Cut. It was mainly like a color correcting system more than a video editing system, but you can video edit in it also. Last question from Joey Huang. Triumph or tragedy? Haha. Triumph or tragedy? More like Coconut Grove fire or Great Baltimore fire. Coconut Grove. Sorry, that's an inside joke. No one's gonna get that except Joey. Alright, last comment is from FunCuber. He said, 5k subs. So yes, I did hit 5k subs recently, and I did do a giveaway, so I'm up to 5.2 now, which is awesome. But I would like to say I apologize for the delay in the announcement of the winners. However, I will be announcing the winners tomorrow, Sunday, December 2nd. So make sure you stay tuned for that. It'll be a quick video coming out tomorrow after this Q&A. Once again, there's going to be 3 winners, so make sure you stay tuned for that and see if you won. That wraps it up for Q&A number 10. If you'd like to have your questions answered next time, leave a question in the comment section below, and I'll do my best to answer your questions next time. The next episode is going to be coming out on January 1st, 2019, so this is the last Q&A of the year since it's December. So that's it for Q&As this year, and I'll see you next year. I mean, I'm gonna be posting more this year, but I'll see you in my next Q&A next year. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.